Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Running, running, no. Keep running
What is up, people? Attack on Titan Chapter 109 is out. If you haven't checked it out yet, I recommend you do, because this chapter might be a game changer. But for all my people that are ready for my review for this chapter, let's dive in. So, let's start off with the front cover. You get every known type of student in Shingeki no High. Ann as a cheerleader, Ryan as a jock, Sasha as the emo girl, Armor as a genius dork. It fits them, you know. Jean as an energetic popular teen, and Aaron as the unpopular standalone teen. Well, these are my opinions of what they look like. Yours might be different, but I'm thinking it's a welcome back to school reference, because in Japan, the second term starts early September, which was last month, just for kids. Nothing much is going on here, but soon I will be learning Japanese to translate a lot of this stuff on this cover. So check back with me on that, guys. So, we start the chapter off with Gabby and Falco being led to the farm by Kaya. If you haven't recognized Kaya yet, she's the girl that Sasha saved back in chapter 36. Later on in this chapter, she goes in further details of her mother's gruesome death and how she couldn't do nothing to save her. So, if you did forget, she will refresh your memory. Now, Falco decides to take charge and play this role as some kid's brother and sister, Ben and Mia, who ran away from their parents, which reasons they wouldn't like to say, to this family, which is the Bronze family of orphans. Okay, so the wife name is Lisa, and the man hasn't been named yet. So let's just call him Mr. Braz. Gabby recognized Mr. Braz's accent as a Southern Marley accent when he spoke. This may not be a big deal to you, but to me, this is huge. So this could mean the people of Marley have fled to Paradise for a better future. And later on in this chapter, it is hinted that there are even more immigrants from Marley and Paradise Island who Mr. Bronze will meet up with, hopefully in the next chapter. I don't think Mr. Bronze is here on a top secret mission like Reiner and Berthold, because he let the children know, like Kaya, of his meetings with the fellow Marlians. And a child would tell every little thing that you do to anyone. Zeke. On a side note, Kaya mentioned that Queen Historia signed a policy that if a child has nowhere else to go, will receive significant benefits. That's why Mr. Bronze didn't turn down Falco and Gabby, you know, when he asked if they could stay. That's so if you're asking why Mr. Bronze didn't just tell them just to beat off, this is why. But to get back on track, I think when Gabby heard this man's accent, I think she was totally confused. Like, why would a man with a Marley accent be here on this devilish island? Who would want to be here? And let me tell you, if you think Gabby hates the people of Paradise Island, she cranked it up another level in this chapter. This part and next part. She didn't even want Miss Lisa touching her like OMG. She just slapped the poor old lady hand almost off of her wrist. But something tells me before, you know, she will have a different viewpoint of the people on Paradise Island. Before she leaves, if I may add. So, moving on to the meeting with Miss Hansa Mabuto. When she mentioned the volunteer committee not being present, I knew something was wrong, because of the few recent chapters, when they was present, they was being scrutinized and treated somewhat harshly, if I say. But we will get to that in a minute. But let's talk about this new aircraft that is fueled by the iceberg stone, which will allow the people to observe the Earth's flattened weapon from the skies. Well, if you don't know what the iceberg stone is, it's a highly weaponizable crystal only found in Paradise Island, okay? It's what enables a 3D maneuvering equipment to work. Now, when exposed to greater than freezing temperatures, these stones rapidly vaporize, creating a small burst of explosion. Okay? Now, this is one of the reasons the Hazaru is helping Paradise Island to get their hands on this material. They even went as far as building an aircraft for Paradise to see the iceberg stone in effect, because Hazaru really need this material to get back to the higher power nation that they once was. But moving on to the situation with Haynes being rushed by the townspeople and the paparazzi. Now, the things that they were saying to Haynes was leading me to believe that once Queen Historia was thrown, she let everything that was classified declassified. and which brought the community together. That's what I think. So maybe up until Eren got in contact with Zeke, the whole military and the government of Paradise Island began to keep things under wraps, going back to the old ways before Astoria. Now, this led to 4 or more individuals that was part of the secret infiltration on Marley leak information to the public up on Paradise Island. Because of these 4 individuals, they knew that the news of Eren's mission would not be broadcast to the public. So the secrecy of the higher ups in Paradise has been going on for a while now. And these 4 individuals, Haldra, Wim, Luis, and Floch. Listen, I'm really thinking Isayama just name these people what word or things comes to his mind. Like apples, I'm naming apple. Bean, I'm naming beanut. But Eren has a following now. This could be for good or bad, whatever you may call it. What do you think about this? Is it bad or good, people? Leave me a comment if you think Floch in this game did the right thing. So fast forward to Commander Pixie and Yelena convo. And man, I see why Rogue in the last chapter was on Yelena's case so hard, and why Paradise are treating them like they still don't trust the volunteers. And also, the volunteers have a following of people that believe in their cause in Paradise Island. Floch, for example, might be with them, might be up under and buying in on Yelena's cause. You feel me? So Yelena meeting with Eren was orchestrated by Yelena herself. She got the soldiers that was in charge to supervise her changed for the ones she can manipulate to meet up with Eren secretly. Think about the power, the influence she has to influence people of the opposite end of her. And to think nobody would not find out about it, the meet up with her and Eren, just because your technology is greater than Paradise, doesn't make the Paradise people of Paradise stupid. She really played herself when she did that. To think she can be trusted, I'm over here thinking she can be trusted. I'm thinking she's like a person all for us, but she's really not. I don't know why she's so so anxious to meet Eren. I see why they didn't want her to meet Eren in the last chapter. Because she has something up her sleeve. I don't know what it is, guys, but I really want to know. Next chapter, hopefully we see more information on that. We got a bit of a tease right there. We're left off with a cliffhanger. Hopefully we'll get more. But I see why Paradise are still keeping their guards up. Because these people can't be trusted. Once an enemy, always an enemy. Now, moving on to the most impactful moment of this chapter. So Gabby and Falco are blended in well in a farm. They're out there doing chores, deciding whether or not to escape now or when Marley counter strikes. Now, once they took their break, Kaya just surprised me. She knew all along that Gabby and Falco was from Marley. Remember, Mr. Bronze is also from Marley, and the incident on Marley hasn't completely echoed throughout Paradise just yet. So Kaya doesn't know anything about these two on the run, and Gabby really was about to kill this poor girl. And all this time, Kaya just wanted answers like, why? Why did this happen? Why did this happen to my mother? Why did I have to go through this? This is why the people on the outside world hate Paradise. What did I do to deserve this? Being like 10, maybe 11 years old, watching your mother being ate alive, staying there doing nothing, unable to move, that's brutal, very brutal. I really had to stop myself from shedding a tear, screaming to the point where her throat couldn't do it anymore. Man, that was very sad. That was a very sad moment. And throughout those panels, you can see Falco and Gabby feeling hurt. But Gabby just starts speaking out of anger, things she heard about the Eldians, things in the past, only to justify how she feels. But Kaya also, said those things happened thousands of years ago. That's the past. Leave it there. What recently have the people of Paradise done, what has Kaya's mother done to be eaten alive? Man, the message Kaya was saying was so impactful. I felt every word she was saying. Every word. This series has taught me don't get close to the characters because Isayama can kill them off in the next chapter. But it's kind of hard when you have scenes like this drawn and written out with such passion. By the end of this series, by the end of this arc, Gabby would have a different point of view of the people of Paradise. I'm certain of this. Things are leading up to her changing her views. Kaya words should have her feeling some type of way about things that have transpired throughout her life. If not, Gabby just deserves to die. Seriously. That's it for me, gang. Thanks for watching, people. Leave me a like if you like my video. Comment your thought on this chapter. Subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more and get updates from my channel. 8 out of 10 for my rating on this chapter. See you next chapter, and stay safe out there.